Good morning, welcome. Let's please me present a guide to smart and responsible consumption today. My interest is marketing, as what is said, and also consumer behavior. And I try to combine those both areas to write a guide to smart and responsible consumption. At the beginning, it is important to pose a question, do we need a guide to smart and responsible consumption? If you open the internet, you could see that there are a lot of guides. How to sleep well, how to earn money, how to be good game player, for example. So, do we need one more guide? Consumption is a very important element of our life. We spend a lot of time on consuming, of processes of buying. And I would say that for many people, consumption is the most important part of life. Let's give me chance to present the wonderful Polish scientist, sociologist Zygmunt Bauman. He wrote some interesting books about consumption and liquid life, liquid modernity. And he said that consumption is really wrong. And why? He compared it to the dragon. This dragon is eating his own tail. Why? We use a lot of resources. Resources are limited. So, answering the question, I think yes, we really need one more guide about responsible consumption. We have many problems related to the consumption. Overpopulation, demographic problems. There are a lot of people around the world and they consume. We use a lot of energy for consuming. We make pollutions. The producers produce a lot, too much, I would say, and consumer buy too much. So we have overproduction and overconsumption. We said that our resources are limited. There we pollute environment. And there is a big problem. I think that good idea would be to quote here George Fuschi, who said that people buy too much things. With money they don't have, to impress people they don't like. And I think that there is core aspect of consumption. So we definitely need one more guide about smart and responsible consumption. Maybe there is one more reason why it is important to talk about this problem. We can assume that people are smart, that they would like to decrease consumption. But the world is changing very fast. The production processes are changing. The style of consumption is changing. And it is difficult to follow up those changes. It is difficult to manage in this world. This guide to smart and responsible consumption was built from the marketer's perspective. And I try to use sociological, psychological knowledge about consumer behaviors. I presented some rules, tools, techniques used by marketers, and I will propose something. I will present some commandments how to proceed, how to avoid these wrong situations. So first aspect, you should remember that consumption is always act of distraction. The word consume means eat, buy, but also destroy, demolish, use up. Take an example of a car. We have a traditional car on the fuel and it pollutes environment. But also we have an electric car. And producers will say that it is a green safety product. But you should remember that this car is using tires, other equipment. There will be a problem with utilization of this car in the future. So maybe for the environment, it is good to use its car, but it is still act of distraction. The best idea would be resign from consumption, but it is impossible, as you know. So what we can do? You can reduce distraction. Just be minimalist. You don't need a lot of things. You could use things longer. And I think that a good idea would be convince someone. If each of us would convince only one person, I think the world could be saved. The next thing, consumption often generates winners and losers. And for example, there is a production process of jeans. And in this production process, children are used. So consumer can go to the shop and buy cheap jeans, and it is a chance for him, he's a winner. But on the other side, there is a child, and he is a loser. So what to do to avoid this situation? You should look only for win-win situation. Win-loss situation should be rejected. Maybe it will be beneficial for you, but try to remember that this situation should be rejected. The third problem. It is important to differentiate needs and wants. There are two important words in the marketing area. Consumer has need. Need is feeling lack of something, and consumer try to satisfy it. On the shoes market, you need one pair of shoes to move from one place to other. But wants are created, and many consumers would like to have many products with different patterns, different brands. I have counted this set presented here, and it costs more than 20,000 of zlotys, more than 4,000 of euros. I think that for the environment, it could be a big problem. How to solve this problem? You can satisfy only real needs. Focus on your needs. And it is enough. You should resign from imposed creation, from wants. The fourth problem. Consumption can turn into consumerism. And it is kind of disease. We should consume because it is needed for our development, for our life. But the problem is if we overconsume, if we consume too much. This disease is called affluenza. It is a combination of two words, affluence and influenza. And I think that this subtitle presented here are important. When too much is not enough. How overconsumption is killing us. What to do with this problem? You can set goals related to be, not to have. And once again, good idea would be proclaim this view to other people, convince others not to consume too much. And last issue. Consumption is not a remedy for all humans' problem. Many consumers think that they are sad, they are angry, and they add product to it, and they are happy, they are better people. It doesn't work. Of course, for a moment, it could be good for us. We could feel better with the T-shirt with lion than with the T-shirt with cat. But it doesn't change us. We are still small cat, not big lion. What to do? You can leave the zone of illusion. You can consume to develop yourself. And it is enough, not for your future destruction. So, summing up, I would like to present you 5 commandments of smart and responsible consumption. But I change the word, the phrase you can into you must. I know that young people don't like to hear that you must to do something. You could be opposed to this. But you really must. If we would like to save the planet, you must reduce destruction. You must to be minimalist. You must choose only win-win situations. You must satisfy only your real needs. You must set goals related to not to have. And you must consume to develop yourself. It is easy to say, difficult to do, because maybe you would like to do it, but there will be declarations only. The reality is different. The marketers will work to change your attitude, to encourage you to consumption. Some examples. The references groups, marketers, fashion designers, lifestyles experts will present you the shapes of, there will be shape your consumption patterns. For example, you could hear that if you have a coat now and on this coat it is a Vichy grill design, it is good, but only for now. You have 1 month to change your coat on the other patterns because other patterns will be fashionable in 2023. The next thing, products' life cycles are shortened. So we have different versions of product. For example, smartphones. You have 7th version of the product, but into some months there will be next version. and you will be encouraged to buy a new version of the product, to resign from previous version. We have the temples of consumption, and they encourage us to spend time there, to purchase. And the purchasing is only one thing. You are encouraged to spend there more time, to be happy with all process of buying from the beginning to the end. And you will encourage with price and price promotions. They will create opportunities. There is good sale promotion, and many consumers will buy. It doesn't matter that they need product. They will feel smart. They are able to catch occasion. And communication messages encourage and persuade ownership. Ownership for a short time. So there will be things you must have. There are popular gadgets in 2022. The set of popular gadgets should be changed next year, of course. And marketers are focusing on young consumers, sometimes on children. So it is possible to oppose consumerism. I'm presenting here a model, and the most important thing is to be aware, to have knowledge. So you should study, you should have knowledge about consumption processes. I think that this knowledge presented here would be enough to change the attitudes. The second thing, we should add emotions to it. So you should believe that you can change your attitude. And you will build conviction. And if you are convinced, you could turn it into action. But remember that it will be difficult to build strong attitudes, to be so strong not to resign from this way. And how to oppose consumerism? I think that you have solved the paradox of individualism. I will give example of Monty Python life of Brian, and there is a situation when the main character is standing and there is a crowd of people, and he would like to encourage people to disperse. And he said, you must be individual. And all people are crying, yes, we must be individual. Only one person said, I'm not. And he tried again. You have to differ each other. And people are crying, yes, we are differ each other. And once again, only one person said, I'm not. And angry people are watching who said it, and they would like to lynch him. To be individual means that you are really individual. You are independent. You are free. You are not forced to consume. you could build own way. And there is my wish. I would like to encourage you to be smart and responsible consumer. I think that there will be a chance to save the world. So be strong, be independent, be smart and responsible. Thank you.